Welcome back. Oh, what's going on here?
Is it just me, or things got a little bit chilly and spooky in here?
It's a little bit spooky, perhaps. It's because in the United States right now, a couple, Rebekah, Carmichael and Katharyn Elaine, are waiting to tell us all about a mysterious man who's become the third person in their relationship.
He's called Rupert. He's from Wales. And here's a ghost. Good morning to the pair of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thanks for joining us. I imagine it's very early there. Rebekah, let's start with you. Yes. Rupert the ghost, he loves you, he lives with you. Who is he? How did your relationship start?
Well, it started with me walking past a very haunted place later in the evening time, and he was concerned that I was walking home alone. That was back in 2020. And let me just tell you, it was nothing that happened overnight. It's not like I was going searching and being like, yes, who can I add to, my dating repertoire? This was, I would say, a combination of fate and accident and a lot of open-mindedness.
OK, well, I'm very open-minded. I have noticed there's a third chair right there next to you. Can I ask the question, has Rupert joined you today?
He is here in spirit.
Oh, lovely. And what does he look like? Because I've heard that you've made an AI version of him. Can you give us the lowdown on what he kind of looks like?
Yeah, so when he's very tall, which is very comical for me because I am 5 feet tall, he's 6'6". Wow. Goodness, I could do a conversion of meters and probably embarrass myself right now.
Right, no.
So, but he is blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah. Oh, he sounds nice.
Wonderful. I'm getting Disney
and
vibes.
Lean build.
Oh, we've got the picture. We can show the pictures. We've AI'd him up, right? It says you're AI. Can we take a look at him? Oh, yeah.
Dr. Scott.
It's Dr. Scott.
Yeah.
You're literally going out with the ghost. Dr.
Do you know what?
This is our resident vet. Hey, listen. So, I mean, he's got the looks. But Rebekah, did you see him first, or did you hear him? Like, do you get apparitions, or is he just present?
That's a really great question. It's a combination of different senses. I saw him with my physical eyes, which is called clairvoyance. I saw more of him with my inner eye clairvoyance, so that's like mental imagery. And I'm also clairsentient, so that's the ability to pick up on electromagnetic shifts or to actually feel like goosebumps or heat or cold, that sort of thing. So it was kind of a combination of like my brain saying, something is there or someone is there. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, there's an outline of a man.
Yeah.
Oh,
some revolutionary from Wales from the 1700s.
And he's hot as well. I'd definitely speak to him. So, obviously, you then met Katharyn, who came into your life and became your living partner, who you love dearly. How did you introduce Rupert to Katharyn? And, Katharyn, was you cool with this situation?
Well, I came into this situation aware that Rupert existed, and
You helped to prove his existence.
I helped to prove his existence,
which is super cool.
Because I am a paranormal investigator, so I had all the fancy tech and equipment that I could use to be like, hey, let's see if we can catch him on some of this equipment, and we did. So I was aware, and I was like, all right, I can handle this.
Nice. And Katharyn, did you have your own side action on the ghost going on yourself? Did you, anyone that you were seeing at the time before you got involved with these two?
Wow, it's so funny you say that. No.
Not at all. So tell me how this relationship, Rebekah, tell me, what do you get from Rupert that you don't get from Katharyn?
And vice versa.
Gasp. Oh, my goodness.
I'm ready.
It's a good
ready.
question, isn't it? It's a good question.
Break this to you. Oh, no.
Drama alert. Go for it.
So, one, I just want to lay out the context of the question might imply that either one of them leaves me needing in some area.
I'm great.
I would agree, actually. One thing with poly relationships, which I would consider this an extension of that, is sometimes you hang out all together. Sometimes you fill in time in different places. Oftentimes when I'm going on a walk, that's a time that I can spend with Rupert. And then coming back home, we can watch TV together. And sometimes we all hang out at the same time. We do have similar interests. We really enjoy going to historic places. Mm-hmm. And both of you fill my life in very different ways, emotional ways, and just, oh goodness, it's even hard to explain because I feel so full. And it's a unique thing, and it's certainly not something that I would say, hey, everybody, run out and do this, because no, I would not recommend. It comes with a lot of understanding, as you might imagine.
Yeah. Katharyn, do you get to spend any one-on-one time with Rupert?
I do, yes. I do hang out with Rupert. We have talked about history together. I've asked him questions about from where I grew up, things that he might understand about where he's from. We just kind of hang out. We joke with each other. We both have a very similar sense of humor and
dry.
Yeah, very dry.
We like dry.
It's very dry, and it's great.
I've got a question. This is try. I don't know. Either of you can maybe answer it. So we would like to have Rupert here with us, invite him to the studio.
Obviously, we did invite him to the studio, didn't we?
So could he actually be able to come? Like, could he apparate in different places in your experience, or a ghost kind of stuck to the place that they inhabit or they're passed in?
Well, he was stuck for a while. I found him outside of a house that he would have been outside of in 1781. That was when Wilmington was occupied by the British Army, and he was a part of the British Army. I don't think I mentioned that. So the first time I saw him, he was in a red coat, which, I mean, that was cool. Like, that was cool. That being said, for a ghost to travel, oftentimes they need a kind of anchor point. So unless one of you are like psychic mediums or something like that, I don't think he could just pop over, like it's not as easy sometimes.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
We understand. Obviously, I'm in this story. I'm invested. However, there's going to be people out there going, this is a bit odd. They're a little bit cynical. Uh-huh. What would you say to those people?
I would say it's just like when someone that you love has, passed away, you don't lose love that you've had for that person. You continue to love that person even after. And I met so many people who were like, yes, I still feel my loved one with me. It's the same concept. It's just they met under different circumstances.
Correct. And Rupert and I have an understanding. He doesn't want to get in the way of me having a physical existence, of living a full life. He's not around to keep that from me. So that's why the two of us being together, that brings him joy. And it's the same thing with past loved ones too. Oftentimes, if a partner passes on, they want the person who's still alive and around to have a fulfilling life. Okay. And that's the most kind of selfless love.
Good for you guys. You're happy, you're not hurting anyone. You go, you live your lives.
You're living your best life as far as I'm concerned. Thank you so much for joining us.
Rebekah. Thanks, Katharyn. Thanks, Rupert Oops.
I want a Rupert in my life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Love you too.
I want a Rupert.
Will haunt you.
Will you?
To the day you die.
Well, if I die first, I'm going to do the same to you.
I want you to.